Our world's oceans are drying up and killing all the fish. Now, me and my brother Milo are building the world's biggest aquarium to save all the fish before it is too late.
We only have 20 minutes, Chip. How are we gonna get all the fish in time?
We need to make 4 different zones, one for every kind of fish and ocean creature. That way we'll have space for every single different one. I think we need to separate the areas that we'll build each zone in right over here using these colorful concrete blocks.
Yeah, colorful concrete's a really good way to mark it out.
Thanks, Milo. I totally agree. Each of these different colors means the start of a new zone. I'm excited to do every single one. They each will store a different kind of fish or ocean creature inside. For example, this light blue one will be the icy zone. This is where we will have massive icebergs, and it's where we will have our penguins.
Penguins! Oh my gosh, I love penguins!
Yeah, me too. And this lime green area will be a big kelp forest. This will be where we find our cod and our salmon.
Kelp forests are kind of annoying though when you're swimming in them because they get all in your face.
They might, but it's important to have so that all the ocean creatures have their nice habitats. That's where they naturally live in the ocean. And if the ocean is getting dried up, we need to save the habitats as well as the ocean creatures.
I'm really sad that the ocean is getting dried up. It's pretty much my favorite place in the world.
Yeah, I always see you swimming in it, Milo. I bet you're really gonna miss the ocean once it's totally dried up and the only remaining fish and ocean biomes are here in our aquarium.
Will I be able to play mermaids in the aquarium, Chip?
Yes, you totally can. You can play any games you want with the fish. We can have so much fun swimming with them all day.
Hooray, that's awesome, but it's just not gonna be the same as when I'm in the ocean.
No, it won't, but it might even be better. This glass is going to protect the entire ocean exhibit from leaking. Once we place this glass, we can actually build the insides of each of these zones. We already know what the ice zone and the kelp zone are going to be, but I cannot wait to show you what the final 2 pink and black zones will be, Milo. You're really going to love those ones.
I really want to know, Chip. Can't you tell me?
Okay, I'll give you a hint. The pink zone has something to do with an underwater reef.
Underwater reef? Oh wow, that sounds really pretty.
Yep, it's going to be so pretty because it's gonna be a coral biome. It's also where we'll have a bunch of tropical fish and even dolphins.
Chip, I have something to say.
What is it, Milo?
I really don't think we're building fast enough because we do not have a lot of time.
You're right, Milo, we definitely don't. That's why we can split up. If you keep working on this big glass barrier around the side of the aquarium tank, I can start working on each of the little exhibits. This way, if we build something different each, we can go twice as fast.
You got it, Chip. I'm gonna build super fast because I want to save the fishes.
Yeah, me too. The first thing I'm going to build is the big coral zone. Although, coral is actually a very special kind of block. You cannot place it outside of water, otherwise it turns gray and it dies, which is what's gonna happen to the ocean coral biomes anyway. Once we place this sand, we need to fill this entire tank with water before we spawn any of the corals.
Did you know that coral comes from the moon?
What, Milo? That's not true at all. Coral comes from the ocean. That's why it lives there, silly.
Yeah, but it comes down on a shooting star from the moon and it goes all in the water.
Who's telling you this, Milo? That's not true at all.
My friend Chip Chip is telling me.
Milo, you can't listen to Jip Jip. He's a snowman. He's just frozen water. He knows nothing about the real water in the ocean.
Says who? But he says he's really smart, so I believed him.
Oh, Milo, we need to get you away from Jip Jip and back towards building this amazing aquarium. This is gonna save all the fishes. Isn't that something to be proud of?
Yeah, I'm really proud because I want to be friends with all the fishes as well.
I guess you can, Milo. Once you save the fish, I'm sure they'll all be very thankful. For now, I'm going to start adding all of this water. We have to make sure it reaches every single corner of this aquarium. This way we don't miss a single spot and we won't miss a single land to cover with water. We have to make sure it goes all the way along here too, even to the icy zone. Hey, I hear glass breaking, Milo. Just make sure you're really careful with it. We don't want any of the water leaking out because it would leave all these fish without a home.
Oh my gosh, gosh, I do not want that to happen. I'm gonna be extra careful.
Thanks, Milo. So will I. I'll make sure I only add the best and most freshest water into this aquarium tank. Soon, all the water will dry up, and this will be the only water left in the entire world. I really hope we can make this aquarium good enough to keep every ocean creature alive.
Chip, I have a question.
What's your question, Milo?
What happens if I need to drink some water?
Well, we can just build a little brewing system next to the aquarium that takes any leftover water and you can drink it yourself.
Wow, that's a great idea. Wow, Chip, how did you get so smart?
Thanks, Milo. I've always been this smart. It's just who I am.
I wish I could be smart sometimes, but I'm pretty silly occasionally.
You're pretty silly all the time, Milo. That's why I'm the one building this coral exhibit and not you, which is pretty fitting because it's going so quickly. This coral section is going to be so beautiful. Let's grab as many different blocks of coral as we can find. We need to grab all the different colors so none of the ocean creatures' favorite types of coral is left out. I think most of them need to be the non-blue ones. There's already going to be so much blue in this water tank, so we'll try to add as little blue as we possibly can. Each of these corals will have a different shape. The blue coral can grow in little rings, kind of like brain coral, except instead of a brain, it looks a bit like an ear. It could be ear coral. That's so funny. And speaking of brain coral, we should totally add some right here. This can be the big brain coral. It even looks a little bit like igloo coral. Maybe some of the ocean creatures can live inside it, just like a real igloo. Whoa, this is cool. I really like this so far. Let's add a really big brain coral all the way over here. This will be so awesome. I really bet the ocean creatures will love this one. One thing about coral that is so amazing is it's able to grow on top of other pieces of coral. It's kind of like putting bricks together to build a giant castle, except each brick is made out of coral. That's how coral reefs get so big and so awesome. I've already built a couple of the base corals, but before I add the next ones, which will be pretty tall, we need to add more water.
Chip, guess what?
What is it, Milo?
If you were a coral, you would be the big brain coral.
Aw, thanks, Milo. That's actually really nice of you. I think I'd be a big brain coral too. I like to think I have really good ideas, and I always put my brain to good use. That's why I'm working so hard to try and fix this coral reef. It is looking like a bit of a disaster zone right now, but I'm hoping that the longer we build it, the more coral we'll have, and the better the coral will look. This will be perfect because it will make the best possible home for all of these ocean creatures.
It can't be as much of a disaster zone as the whole world will be when the ocean gets sucked away.
True, Milo, that will be the biggest disaster of all. By making sure we build this coral reef nice and amazing for the fish to enjoy, we help stop the disaster from affecting them. If we can save any fish from the disaster, it will really help save the world. Luckily, the coral reef is really starting to come together. I think with even more water layers added on top, we can make this so perfect. For now though, the coral colors that we have added look awesome. I think we need to add more though. That is why on top of these really tall purple coral beams, I am going to add what's known as horn coral. It's gonna make these awesome planks going all the way out like this. These look like amazing little cliffs that we can build extra coral on top of. It's kind of like an apartment building for the fish. It's pretty cool if I do say so myself.
That is really cool. Maybe I'll learn how to breathe underwater and I'll go there.
Yeah, Milo, totally. Maybe one day you will breathe underwater. I'm sure you can find a water breathing potion somewhere.
Yeah, maybe I'll find one, and if I don't, I'll just have to make one myself.
Yeah, I think that'll be funny to see, but Milo, this coral reef is looking amazing so far. Everything's coming together. The last piece of coral to add is fire coral. I need to make sure this goes all the way up. It makes really cool big fan structures that look like they're waving in the wind of the ocean. Whoa, it looks so cool.
Chip, how much more do I have to build?
Milo, we have to keep going. If we stop now, we could leave all the fish in the world without a proper home. We need to make sure that this ocean aquarium is big enough to fit all the fish, and it needs to give them a nice and humane amount of space.
Yeah, but now I'm thinking, would the fish build me a home if I needed one?
Yeah, probably. They might make you a sandcastle or something.
A sandcastle? I need more than a sandcastle.
Yeah, you'll need a lot more than that. But Milo, if we don't build homes for all of these fish, they will forever be stranded in a dry ocean, and there will be no more ocean creatures.
I guess so, but I have something to say.
What is it, Milo?
Did you know that sandcastles are built by sand princesses?
What? Milo, that's not true at all. People build sandcastles.
No, they don't. Sand princesses build them, and then people just find them.
Yeah, okay. Why do you think sand princesses build them?
Because they told me.
You speak to sand princesses? Milo, what do you think a sand princess looks like?
Well, I don't know, but they're really pretty, and I have a crush on them.
Okay, Milo, good luck with that. Maybe you can marry a sand princess and become royalty.
Yeah, I'm gonna be the Sand King.
What? The king of all sand? That's kind of crazy, Milo. Good luck with that. Well, I'm not gonna be a sand king, but I might be the fire coral king, or just the regular coral king, the king of all coral, because I am placing down so much of it right now. It's really giving a lot of places for the fish to enjoy. The final few pieces of coral that I have to add in are the horn coral and the tube coral.
Chip, I have another fun fact.
What's the fun fact, Milo? I really hope this one isn't crazy again.
Did you know that glass is made from frozen water?
What? No, Milo, I've made glass with you before. Glass is made from smelting sand in a furnace.
What? Sand is just glass?
Yeah, Milo, frozen water is ice.
Wow, I'm really confused right now.
Why? Did someone tell you that it was made of frozen water?
Yeah, it was just Chip.
You need to stop listening to Jip Jip about the ocean and start listening to the facts.
Well, maybe I'll start talking to the ocean.
No, Milo, don't do that. That's even crazier. What would the ocean even say?
Just probably something like, wow.
Yeah, that does sound kind of like what the ocean would say. All right, if you manage to speak to the ocean, Milo, let me know. I have some things I want to say, like why is it drying up and leaving all these fish without a home? I can't believe we're the ones that have to step up and take care of them.
Yeah, what the what? And why do I have to build so much glass until my little birdie arms hurt?
Wait, Milo, I didn't realize your arms were hurting.
They're really hurting, and I'm really tired.
It's okay, Milo. Why don't you help place a bunch more water inside of this place, and I'll help make the glass really tall.
Okay, that sounds awesome.
All right, I'm gonna place this glass as quick as I can. I'll show you that you don't actually have to be sore while placing the glass. Not if you just place it really, really fast.
Chip, I'm gonna place so much water.
Okay, good luck, Milo. Make sure you don't miss a spot. If you do, the fish might actually get stuck out of water, and that could be really dangerous for them. This aquarium needs to be as safe as it can possibly be for all these fishes.
Alright, I placed the water.
What, Milo? That's so messy. Okay, I think if you give me the bucket, I can place the rest of the water. You can keep placing all the glass everywhere. I need to show you how to place the water properly. You have to do it all the way along the edge, just like this.
Yeah, but I'm not very good at it.
No, but look, Milo, it goes so quickly if you place it correctly, that is.
I can't hear you. I'm gonna go talk to the ocean.
Oh, goodness. Okay, Milo, let me know what the ocean says. Whoa, Milo, you've done an amazing job placing all the glass, and I've done a great job placing the water. The tank is now way more full than it was before.
Yeah, but when the fish needs saving, Milo's on the job.
Yeah, you totally are. And I think I've done a great job placing all the coral. I just have to place a couple more little bits at the top of these fire coral blocks, and I think it's time to start placing in the seagrass. Then this coral section will be complete.
Chip, how could you even say that?
Wait, what do you mean, Milo? What's wrong with seagrass?
This is hardly complete. You're missing the most important part.
What am I missing, Milo?
Sea pickles.
What? Sea pickles? I guess those do naturally spawn inside of coral reef biomes. Okay, Milo, you know what? We can totally have sea pickles, as well as the seagrass, among all the coral.
Yeah, this is gonna look really pretty. If I was a little fishy, I would totally want to live here.
Yeah, me too. Wow, it already looks so nice and lush. This is one of the nicest coral reefs I've ever seen before.
Me too. We should do this professionally.
Yeah, and I guess we are. By saving all the fish, that's the most professional reef building you can ever do.
That is so true.
I'm just adding the final pieces of seagrass to all of these cool coral shelf structures. These are the perfect plant beds for all the seagrass to grow on.
Chip.
What is it, Milo?
Well, some of the seagrass got over here.
Oh, that's okay, Milo. This next section is gonna be needing some seagrass soon. This will be the kelp forest section. It'll have its own seagrass, but it'll be a lot more seagrass than the coral reef does. It won't have any coral though. Instead, it will have massive towers of pure kelp.
Wow, that's gonna be crazy.
Oh yeah, it will definitely be crazy. Why don't you help me place down a bunch more sand over here? And I can also place another special block that I'm really excited to have inside of this biome.
Is it gonna be pizza block?
No, Milo, it's not pizza, but it is something pretty cool. It is going to be clay blocks, and that might sound a little bit boring, but it's actually not. Clay blocks are used to grow a very special underwater plant that you can only get on top of clay.
Whoa, what could that be?
This plant is known as the small drip leaf. It is very rare and only grows in lush cave biomes. It also loves growing inside of kelp forests. That's why we need to add it inside of our one. It'll make the entire kelp forest feel way cooler and a lot more full of plant life.
This is gonna be awesome. I'm really excited to hang out in this kelp forest.
Me too, Milo. It is so cool. I really hope all the fish and all the other ocean creatures love it here. I know the crabs will definitely love it inside of the kelp forest.
Yeah, the crabs are gonna be awesome. I'm actually best friends with the crabs.
What? What crab are you friends with?
Michael?
Michael? Not Mr. Krabs from SpongeBob?
Nuh-uh.
Oh wow, that's crazy. What does Michael the crab do?
Well, he likes to talk to me about all of his little sea problems.
Well, Milo, he's gonna have a pretty crazy ocean problem soon when all the ocean dries up, so you better help me make this place as quick as possible so we can give your crab friend Michael a home.
Yeah, Michael's gonna have the best home ever.
Yep, totally. That's why we need to start placing down all this seagrass before we do the kelp. Wow, when I bone mealed that small drip leaf plant, it turned into a big drip leaf just like this one.
Wow, I wonder if I stand on it, if it would drop me down.
Yeah, it probably will, even underwater. That's amazing. You must be really heavy, Milo.
Hi, I'm not heavy. I'm a little body.
I don't know, birds can be pretty heavy. Have you ever seen an ostrich before?
I am not an ostrich. How dare you call me an ostrich?
Sorry, Milo. I don't actually know what kind of bird you are. I guess I just never will know.
Well, my mom never told me.
Oh, it doesn't matter what kind of bird you are, Milo. You're my brother, so you're a very special bird nonetheless.
That's really kind, and look, I'm already doing the kelp everywhere.
Wow, you are, Milo. You're doing it so quick. You can also use bone meal to grow the kelp so fast, right from the comfort of the ocean floor.
Yeah, I actually do feel comfortable on the ocean floor because it's really nice and squishy.
Yeah, all this sand makes for a really nice place to sit. I bet if you save all the fish with this finished aquarium, they'll be so thankful to you that they'll let you sit anywhere in the aquarium you want.
I hope so, because that would be a really good time, and I do need some more friends.
Yeah, definitely. I'll come hang out with you too, Milo. We can be awesome friends under the ocean.
You might not be invited, actually.
What? Milo, you just said you need more friends.
Yeah, but you're my aquarium friend.
You're right, Milo. I am your aquarium friend. We're building this aquarium so good that that's going to be what we're known for. Everyone around the planet will know us as the people that saved the entire ocean with our awesome aquarium. Just look at this kelp biome and how amazing it is so far.
I want to live here pretty much.
You can live here, Milo. It's a perfect place fit for everybody. One place you might not want to live, though, is the icy zone, which I'm going to start building right now. Instead of using sand on the bottom of the ocean, we need to use gravel. We can blend it in with the sand over here, or even blend it in with the clay. By mixing it together, rather than just ending it in one go, we help make a really pretty building effect. It also means that the biome doesn't just go right from a kelp forest into an ice biome. Fish can actually get really sick if you change their temperature too quickly. That's why it's important to have a nice zone in between where they can slowly go from a pretty warm temperature in the kelp forest all the way to a freezing icy temperature here in the ice zone. It's not going to take me very long to place all this gravel, Milo. We've already finished half of the ocean zones. We only have 10 minutes left, so as long as we keep going at the same speed and don't get stuck on any issues that come up, we'll be totally fine and we'll save all the fish. However, if something unexpected and bad happens to us, we might not be able to save the entire ocean and we'll never forget it.
10 minutes left, Chip.
That just means we need to go quick, Milo. Do you think you can do that?
Yeah, I can really try.
Okay, I can try as well. Let me place a couple more sand blocks and now I can get started on building the icy zone. This icy zone needs a bunch of ice. We are going to grab the different kinds: normal, packed, and blue ice. Blue ice grows the deeper you get underwater. That's why lots of it will exist on the ocean floor here. It also means that the whole temperature of the icy zone is nice and chilled for all the penguins to enjoy. We'll also add a couple of blue ice spikes coming up from the ocean floor here. This way the penguins can hide from any predators, even though we will not have predators inside of the ice zone or inside of this ocean cage at all. The icy zone won't just be home to the penguins though. It will also be where we have a bunch of squid. Not glow squid though. They will get their very own zone. I'm not going to tell you what that zone is, Milo, though, because you will get way too excited and you won't be able to focus on building the ice zone.
Please tell me, Chip, I want to know.
I'll tell you once we're almost finished the ice zone. So you better help me get this ice zone done really quickly by adding a bunch more ice around. Now that we've added a bunch of it to the ocean floor, it is time to add some real icebergs up the top.
Icebergs up the top? That's great.
Yep, it is pretty awesome. We need to build them like this. And hey, we can't use blue ice for this, Milo. We need to use packed ice. The blue ice will go deeper underwater.
I didn't even know that was a difference.
Yeah, there totally is. Blue ice is a lot slipperier than packed ice. It's also a lot rarer, and it's what the penguins love about the iceberg zone. It's also a really nice temperature for them. Penguins live in Antarctica normally, and Antarctica gets pretty cold, so penguin feathers are really good at keeping the heat inside. That's why they cannot survive in really hot areas in the ocean. They just get way too overheated. The ice zone is going to be perfect for them, and it's also going to be perfect for the squids, which love to live in Antarctica as well. Because Antarctica's real ocean will get dried up when the ocean totally gets dry, we need to make sure that this icy biome is just as good as the real thing.
Yeah, we need to make it really perfect and really realistic.
Exactly. That's why I'm adding little mini icebergs next to the big ones. It's pretty awesome, and I really, really love the effect that it has. Wow, this ice zone looks so cool already. Come on, Milo, we can keep doing this. We're already going so quick.
Hey, this is different ice again.
This is regular ice. It's a lot less strong than packed ice, which makes sense because it's breaking off into these little baby mini icebergs. That's why it's not as strong as the regular big stuff.
That makes sense to me.
We also need to remember to add blue ice on the bottom of your iceberg, Milo. Blue ice is a lot heavier than regular ice, so it will help stop the iceberg from tipping upside down in the ocean.
Oh, if that happens, that could really hurt someone.
Yeah, and it could really hurt all the fish and penguins that we need to keep safe, and we do not want to hurt them at all. Above the icebergs, we need to add some snow blocks as well as some layers of snow as well. The penguins will absolutely love it, and it'll look just like the top of a normal iceberg as well. Perfect, this already looks so nice and fluffy for the penguins to play around in. We have to make sure that none of the icebergs touch the edge though. They might try and escape this place, which is only here to protect them and save every ocean creature ever. We can't let them escape and fall off the edge.
If they escape, they will not survive outside without an ocean.
No way! That's why we are saving the penguins inside of this aquarium. I'll also place just a couple more snow blocks here. Perfect, this looks so nice. I love the iceberg zone so much. It's nice and open so all the ocean creatures that are a little bigger can enjoy it. But there is still one zone we have not built yet, Milo.
What is it?
We need to build the amazing deep ocean zone.
The deep ocean zone, let's go!
This zone will be made out of deep slate, and it will even have real deep slate ores at the bottom.
That is crazy. I'm gonna start putting some deep slate in the middle.
Yeah, me too. Good idea, Milo. If we put deep slate all over the bottom of the deep ocean zone, we help make sure this looks exactly like the bottom of an ocean trench.
Yeah, and it's pretty creepy down there, but mainly really awesome.
It is really awesome. I like this area so much. I wonder what awesome mobs we could have inside of here. Oh, I think the glow squid would be perfect.
Yeah, the glow squid's amazing. We can definitely have him here.
Yeah, totally. And all of his other glow squid friends too. Wow, this looks so cool already. And hey, Milo, you're placing the deep slate all messy.
What? I didn't know that I had to do it a certain way.
I guess you don't, but Milo, if we make this all messy and weird looking, the fish might hate the aquarium and try to jump out, which would not be safe for them because there's nowhere else they can go.
Alright, I'll try and clean it up.
Thanks, Milo. Once you finish that and I finish this part of the deep slate, we can add the super rare, really expensive ores inside. This is going to be the most expensive aquarium ever built, which is pretty cool because it's the most important one ever built as well. No other aquarium has ever saved every ocean species before.
That's so true. We're pretty much the first people to ever do it.
Exactly. I'm really excited to be the first person ever to save the whole ocean. I really just hope we don't run out of time. We're getting closer and closer to the ocean drying up, so we better make sure we don't waste it.
Chip, can we put axolotls in this storm?
That's a really good idea, Milo. Axolotls love to live in underwater caves, so they'll feel right at home in the deep ocean zone.
It's gonna be really fun, and I'm gonna hang out with everyone.
Yeah, totally. I've placed down a lot of ores for you and everyone you hang out with in this ocean zone with here to enjoy, but there's still definitely something missing. Axolotls love caves, and there's nothing more cave-like than having a giant amethyst crystal inside of an aquarium. We need to add polished basalt and then calcite all the way around the edge. We can also dig down in the middle to create the part where we'll place the amethyst crystals.
Hey, that's really smart.
Thanks, Milo. This way it looks just like a real amethyst crystal would in a regular cave, and it provides a nice hiding spot for the fish to enjoy. Let's also put some real amethyst clusters inside. The amethyst clusters are bringing in air. That is not good. We need to make sure we waterlog them using a water bucket. This way we make sure that there's no spots that the fish could accidentally suffocate inside.
Yeah, I don't want any of the fishies to get hurt.
Neither do I, Milo, but whoa, this amethyst crystal's looking pretty cool. Let me just add a little bit more calcite around the edges, and I've broken some of the crystals. We need to quickly fix these.
There we go. It's looking super pretty.
Yeah, it totally is. I'll just place the final blocks of smooth basalt around the edge, and boom, the amethyst crystal is now complete. We just have to add a couple more finishing touches to the underwater deep area. We need to grab some dripstone blocks, as well as some pointed dripstone, not to mention some magma blocks. I know these are dangerous, but these naturally form at the bottom of every deep ocean biome. These are very important to the ecosystem because lots of the animals love the warmth that the magma provides.
Chip, I actually don't want to have magma blocks here.
Milo, we have to. We need to make this as realistic as we possibly can.
Fine, but if I get burnt, I'm gonna tell on you.
Tell on me? To who, Milo?
To my mom and the ocean.
I don't want you telling on me to the whole ocean. What if the fish get mad at me, or a shark or a drown tries to bite me?
Yeah, but Chip, I think I just forgot that the ocean's actually not gonna exist in like 5 minutes.
True, this will be the only ocean there is, so we have to make sure we take care of it, and even if that includes adding magma blocks, just like the real ocean. If this is the last ocean ever, then we need to make sure it looks exactly like the old one.
Does this look really realistic? I'm gonna test out if these little magma blocks work.
Milo, just be careful. Make sure you don't hurt yourself.
Whoa, it's sucking me down to the bottom. This is scary.
Oh no, Milo, be careful. Whoa, that was a close one. We need to make sure we're very careful around the ocean biomes. It can be pretty dangerous.
Yeah, I'll be careful. I just gotta keep my wits about me.
Yeah, you do, especially since we only have 5 minutes left until the oceans are dry.
5 minutes? What can we do in 5 minutes?
I don't know, Milo, but we need to add something. Something is definitely missing from this aquarium, and we need to figure out what it is and fast.
Well, maybe it's a really cool shopping mall.
No, but that kind of does rhyme with what I think we need. We don't need a shop, we need a shipwreck to be precise, and I think I know the perfect spot to put it.
We're gonna do a shipwreck.
And we're gonna do it inside the ice biome, just like the most famous shipwreck of all time, the Titanic.
Whoa, the Titanic is really scary to me.
Yeah, it's pretty freaky. It crashed in the ocean many years ago thanks to an iceberg that it did not spot. So it makes perfect sense for a shipwreck to be right at the bottom here.
Yeah, thanks a lot, iceberg.
We need to grab spruce wood and start building this shipwreck really quickly, Milo. If we don't build it in time, we will not have the time to spawn all the ocean animals, and this aquarium will be empty, and we will not have saved the world's oceans.
Quickly, Chip, let's do it.
The most important part of a shipwreck to build first is the body of the ship. This can be the underbelly where the ship actually touched the water. It also needed to be careful to steer clear from any rocks or icebergs that it encountered. Sadly for the people piloting this ship, I don't think that went very well, but luckily this ship will now be home to all the underwater ocean creatures.
Yeah, the ocean creatures are really happy because they have a new house.
Exactly. Come on, Milo, let's place a bunch of spruce planks all the way around this shipwreck. It doesn't have to be perfect. It is a wreck after all, so it can totally be a little messy.
Well, lucky for you, I'm really good at building messy things.
Yeah, I know you totally are. It's probably one of the things you're really the best at. Let's just keep placing these planks all the way around the edge, but we need to make sure it is thicker in one side. The ship will be angled out towards this way. Okay, wait, Milo, that is way too tall. We need to make sure that this shipwreck is still small enough that it can actually fit inside the aquarium. We don't want it to be so big that it wouldn't have even fit here.
All right, fair enough.
This can be the back of the ship right over here. It needs to be a little flatter than the rest of the ship because backs of the ships are normally where the captain steers from. This can be an ancient pirate ship that was traveling the icy seas in search of Antarctic treasure, but all it found was a bunch of icebergs that totally wrecked itself.
I'm gonna build a big pole in the middle.
Good idea, Milo. This looks exactly like a pirate ship. However, I think it could be really cool if the back pole is snapped off, like it totally got broken after being lost at the bottom of the ocean for hundreds of years.
Yikes, that sounds pretty scary.
Yeah, imagine being the captain of this ship. That would be so terrible. I would not like that at all. Let's make sure that this broken pole goes all the way over here, and it can even have seagrass growing on top of it and coral fans hanging off the side.
And maybe even a sea pickle.
Yeah, I guess a sea pickle too. I'm going to use dead fire coral. It makes it look really haunted and spooky, just like a real haunted spooky shipwreck.
Oh, Chip, what if it's a ghost ship?
Well, Milo, that kind of might end up being true.
Why?
Because drowned might spawn in here and take over the pirate ship. It is their home after all. Most drowns come from drowned pirates, and hey, Milo, why are you spawning them?
But you just said to drown like the pirate ship.
Oh, Milo, I didn't mean spawn them. The drowned might have just spawned on their own. Okay, this could be bad. I think we just need to make sure this pirate ship is so perfect for them that they never want to leave, and they don't try to terrorize the rest of the ocean creatures.
Oh no, this guy's already walking outside the ship.
Not for long, Milo. We just need to finish these decorations quick before the drowned escape.
Hey, drown, you stay put.
Yeah, we need to make sure that this ship looks real zombified and totally wrecked. Let's add a couple holes in the side of it where maybe even extra ice has grown through.
Look, this guy has a trident.
Wait, a drowned with a trident? Uh-oh, that's not great, Milo. That means the drowned is even more powerful than I first thought he could be. It could be bad if it escapes and tries to attack the fish.
Yeah, but when I really think about it, drowned are still sea creatures, and they deserve to live in our aquarium.
That's actually not a bad idea, Milo. If we are going to save every creature in the ocean, I guess that does include the scary ones like drowned as well.
Yeah.
Alright then, the drowned can stay, and I guess we can just make sure that this ship is nice and haunted looking so that they're extra happy, because we do have to take care of them as well.
That's right. I'm gonna put some more sea pickles around for them.
Good idea, Milo. And I'm also even gonna add a bunch of gold blocks and also some gold ore to blend it in with the gravel. Now it looks like a bunch of gold coins sunken at the bottom of the ocean. This is a sunken pirate treasure chest, and we can even fill it with all the gold in the world.
That is so cool. I never even thought about that.
Me too, until I just came up with it then. It's a pretty cool idea that I'm really proud of. Now that we're spawning the drowned and we only have a couple minutes left, we need to start spawning the rest of the creatures. I think here in this big open space, we also need to spawn in the dolphins.
The dolphins! They're so cute!
They are so cute. I really love the dolphins so much. And they're totally gonna love this big open area. And one thing we definitely need to spawn in the icy zone is its most famous icy creature. We need to spawn a bunch of penguins.
Yeah, and I'm gonna spawn a polar bear up the top as well.
Good idea. Wow, look at these penguins. They're swimming in the ocean and diving deep down.
Wow, that's really cute! I love penguins.
And I love this polar bear as well. We can also grab a penguin egg to place down on this snow, just over here.
That is is a great idea. Look, maybe he'll hatch one day and we'll get baby penguins.
I am going to spawn in the crabs. They are going to love it in this kelp forest where they can hide securely from anything that might want to hurt them.
Wow, these crabs are so cute. I really like them a lot.
Me too. They're really colorful and they look pretty chompy. I would not want to get too close to their pinching claws, Milo.
They look exactly like Michael.
Wow, and they're climbing the sides of the tank. I really hope they don't try and escape though. That could be pretty bad.
Chip, I think it might be too late.
Oh no! Milo, we need to build a top layer to the aquarium to make sure all the animals can stay safely inside and do not try and escape.
Because these pesky crabs are gonna go everywhere.
Yeah, they will. And even though crabs can survive outside of the water, they still need water to survive. And soon, the only water left in the entire world will be inside this aquarium. So we need to make sure they stay inside where it's nice and watery for them. Also, we don't want this aquarium to dry up with the rest of the world's oceans. That would be really bad. So by adding a roof to stop the sun's rays from heating it up, we help keep all the water nicely inside this aquarium. We need to make a little bit that goes slightly above the polar exhibit. That way it won't just squish all these polar bears into the water. That would be really bad.
Maybe we could even make it glass.
Yeah, good idea. That's exactly what I'm doing. I can't believe we just thought of the same thing, Milo. That is really, really good. It means it must be a good idea.
Yeah, it really must be.
By adding these nice gray concrete bits, we help keep these polar bears real nice and shady.
I'm super happy that we get to help out the sea creatures.
Me too, Milo. It makes me so happy to know we're doing a really good thing. We've done a great job so far, Milo, but we have not finished spawning all the ocean animals we need to. We need to start spawning axolotls in the cave section.
Quickly, you better spawn them down now.
Yeah, I definitely do. We need to make sure they stay in the cave section and don't try to venture over into the coral reef. Axolotls eat tropical fish, Milo, so if they get too close to the coral reef, things could go badly for the tropical fishies.
Well, you might need to make them their own little section.
Yeah, good idea. We can take some of the parts of a lush cave, just like the clay blocks and the amethyst crystals, and put them in their own little spot over here. This way the axolotls will totally love it and they won't try to leave.
Yeah, that's so smart.
Thanks, Milo. I'm really proud of the idea. Hopefully the axolotls really appreciate it. Okay, I think this is such a pretty area now. They totally love it, and they're not going as far into the tropical area as they were before. Now we can grab some tropical fish and some pufferfish as well. These are natural parts of the tropical fish area. Whoa, there are so many. I just hope the axolotls aren't too hungry today. Oh no, look, Milo, the axolotls are eating so many of the tropical fish.
Chip, you didn't put them in their own section.
I'm not gonna block them off. One important part of the ocean is every part of it can flow into the other bits. It's one big ecosystem.
But this is a disaster.
Don't worry, Milo, these fish will just keep coming. It'll also mean that these axolotls are nice and fed. These spawners will keep making fish at the bottom of the tropical section.
Wow, that's actually genius.
Thanks, Milo. I'm really glad that I thought of it. Wow, all these tropical fish are so beautiful. Now we need to spawn in some cod and some salmon in the kelp forest zone. These fish are so cool. They go in every single river and they're a really, really nice snack. Luckily, we won't be eating these ones. They will get to live the rest of their lives in peace.
Aw, they're really cute. I love the fishes.
Thanks, Milo. I really like them too. And wait a minute, the polar bear's trying to eat them. I guess that's just part of the ocean ecosystem as well. But we're still forgetting a very important part of it.
What is it?
There are two different kinds of squid that would feel perfectly at home in this ocean. We need the regular squid in the Antarctica section.
What, squid just creeped me out.
Yeah, they are pretty freaky, but these next squids are probably gonna make you really happy. Over here, we need to spawn in some glow squid in the underwater cave section.
Some glow squid. These guys are real pretty.
Thanks, Milo. I totally agree. We've gotten almost every single ocean creature, and we still have 1 minute to go.
1 minute? That is not enough time.
Don't worry, Milo. We've gotten every single ocean creature except for just one.
What's the last one?
It's a special kind of axolotl, the purple and gold axolotl. It is very rare, and it's kind of hard to get, but we need to get it. Otherwise, it will never exist again.
Quickly, Chip.
Oh no, okay, we need to try and get a bunch of axolotls to get the right one. This could be bad.
None of these are the right ones.
It's very rare, and we're running out of time. Quick, Milo, we don't have a lot to go before the ocean totally dries up.
Chip, oh my gosh! Chip, we have 10 seconds!
Oh no, I better be able to do this in the right time. Okay, I just have to make sure we summon it because we have to stop once it hits 1!
Wow!
Congratulations, we saved the fish, Milo.
What? Did we get that axolotl?
Look, we totally did. Here it is, Milo, the gold and purple axolotl.
Wow, we did it! We really saved the whole ocean!
Wow, look, Milo, all the water in the world has drained.
It's really good! I can't believe it!
But look, Milo, what was not drained is our amazing aquarium. We have saved every single animal inside.
We really did it! Let's go!
Yeah, woohoo!